Hello children, it's Thursday and today is your last official lesson. Please log on to LMS tomorrow and see what I ask you to do, but you will not have an official lesson. Please skip all the way to page 285. We are going to do a little snapshot on area, okay? Area measures the surfaces of a simple closed region. Area is found by dividing the region into square units, okay? Now, you just have to count those, guys, okay? Now, how I would count them was I would say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then I would say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then I would say, okay, let's see here. I've got my little scratch paper. I would say 12 times 8. Some of you might already know this. That would be 96. So guess what? That is the answer. Okay? These are different. They're a little harder to count. So you're probably just going, you can either say 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 times 6 is 18. You could put 18 right there. Then you could say, okay, I'm going to treat this one like it's another box. Do you see, like maybe you could draw your line right there and kind of save yourself some time. You say, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times 5 is what, class? 25. Okay. And now here you can say 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 3 times 4 is 12. You can come out to the side. 18 plus 12. 8 plus 2 is 10. Carry your 1. That makes 30. And then 30 plus 25 is 55. So that is the exact number. Do you see how you can add them in that way, where you can like multiply the little sections and you're not just saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Either way you think is the easiest is fine. Let's talk about something, okay? We want to put down new carpet. We have wood here, and we decided we want to put wood here, okay? And I was thinking maybe I could do the perimeter. Maybe I could say, do you remember 14 feet, 20 feet, 14 feet, and 20 feet? Is that what I do? If I did that, class, I would only have carpet right around the edges, right there. I would not have it all the way in the center of my floor. So what do I do to get it all the way in the center of my floor? I have to do area. I have to do every single foot. When you go around the edge, you're just doing feet. When you go in the center, you're doing a square foot, okay? A square foot is just like taking, I wish I had 4 rulers, but I don't. So I'm going to try to show you what I mean. It would be, this is about as close as, let's pretend these are rulers, okay? So you would have to measure out a square foot, okay? So I'm going to hold my phone kind of odd while I lay this out. But if you have, let's just pretend that these are 4 rulers and they're thin. They're not great big like that, okay? So you would have a square. Do you see that? And this would be 1 square foot. Okay, I have to find out how many square feet I need in order to replace the carpet. Not just around the edge. Around the edge is called perimeter. The entire thing is called area. Okay? And you may not get the whole grasp of this, but you're getting familiar, and that's the only thing I am concerned about. Okay? Now, it says find the square units in each figure. How are we going to do this, class? Okay, this is how Miss Nance would do it. I would draw a line right here, and I would do this box separate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times 4 is 16. That's how big that is. Okay? Then I would say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What's 8 times 8, class? 64. So when I add 64 plus 16, guess what? I get 80 square units. Okay, isn't that interesting? Okay, this one is real easy, class. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times 8 is 64. What do you write after it? Square units. Okay? I'm not going to do the next one for you. I want you to do it by yourself. Okay? Now, count the number of square inches in the rectangle. Now see, these are actual square inches. Do you see how they took a ruler and drew out a square inch? Kind of like how I was trying to do a square foot in there for you a minute ago. Okay? Is there a better way to find the area without dividing the object into square inches and counting the squares? Is there? Count the number of square inches in the rectangle. Is there a better way to find the area without dividing the object into square inches and counting? And it says yes, there are. Okay, now you can do 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 times 6, class. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 times 6 is what, class? 18 square units. Okay? So, how would I find the area of my room? Okay? How would I find that? Okay? Let's take just a minute. Now, this was the perimeter of my room, remember? Now, how would I find the area? It looks to me, class, like you're going to add how many feet this way, which we're doing inches here, but you know what I mean. We're going to pretend it's feet. And how many feet this way, and you would just multiply. So this is what I think I would do to find the area of my room. So I want to put baseboard around or crown molding. Now that's correct. This is perimeter. But now I want to find the area because I want to replace it with hardwood floors. So I don't want to just have it around the edge. I don't want it to be just, if my room's a rectangle, I don't want to just have carpet around the edges or hardwood around the edges. I want it all over my floor, don't I? So you would say 14 times 20. Okay? That's my long side by my short side, right? Just like they did here. That is 0, 8, 2. That's 280, and we would call that square feet. Okay? Basically your length times your width. Make sense? Okay? Now, let's go over and name these geometric figures. Okay? So guys, well, let's go back one more time over perimeter. Okay? So perimeter, we're going to measure each of the 4 walls. 14, 20, 14, 20, add them all up. For area, we're going to measure my longest wall, measure my shortest wall, and multiply those two together to get my square feet. Okay? That's the only thing you really need to remember. Okay, now let's take a look at this, class. What have you got? A square, the same size on all 4 sides. What do you have here, class? Triangle, yes. What do you have here, class? Parallelogram. What do you have here, class? A rhombus. Okay. What do you have here? Oh, a good old circle. What do you have next? A good old rectangle. What's this? Trapezoid. And what is this, class? A right angle. It makes a square. Okay? Divide and check. I feel like we cannot go without doing one. Okay? I always ask myself, is this 2? Is this a 5 or a bit or above? No, it isn't. So I'm going to keep my 4. I'm going to estimate by saying how many times will 4 Will 42 go into 9? No. Will 42 go into 93? Yes. So the first thing we do before I get ahead of myself is draw the line so you know where your first number is going to go. Then I'm going to ask myself as an estimation, how many times will 4 divide into 9? And that's 2. But I'm putting it up here because I know that 42 cannot be divided into 9. It's divided into 93. So 42 goes into 93 2 times. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 4 is 8. You subtract that out. You have got to borrow, class, 13 and 8. 13 minus 4 is what? 9. And 8 minus 8 is 0. Bring down your 2. Then you ask yourself, how many times will 4 go into 9? 2 times. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 4 is 8. Borrow, 12 minus 4 is 8, and 8 minus 8 is 0. Bring down your 4. How many times will 4 go into 8? 2 times. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 4 is 8, and you have a remainder of 0. When you set this problem up to check, 222 times 42, 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 2 is 4. Put an X over your 2, bring down your 0. 4 times 2 is 8, 4 times 2 is 8, 4 times 2 is 8. 4, 8 plus 4 is 12, carry your 1. 8 plus 4 is 12 plus 1, 13, carry your 1. 8 plus 1 is 9, 9,324. Okay? Do all of your divide and check that aren't green. I'm going to do one story problem with you. From New York, it is 15.1 miles to Trenton and 185 miles to Baltimore. How much farther is it to Baltimore than to Trenton? Okay, you just take 186 minus 58.1. You make sure you line up those decimals, bring that decimal straight down, and then all you do is subtract. And there you go. 128.4 miles farther. Don't forget to put in your unit of measure, which is your miles, and the word farther. Okay? Now, go ahead and do your other story problem on your own. Go ahead and do these long digit, 2 and 3 digit multiplication. Over here on the right, you have got a multiplication fraction that requires canceling. And then at the bottom, you come back in and you have some of this perimeter stuff that we did yesterday. Okay, let's do one. It says find the perimeters of these polygons. And it says that you can actually go to page 349. So let's go back here and take a look. I always like to go back here if they refer me back here. Okay, so see there? Your perimeter is here. Okay, perimeter is here. Now, let me take a look and see. Sorry, I feel like all my fingers are thumbs. Give me just a second to... All right, now, so let's do this one together. The length is equal to 4 feet. The width is equal to 3 feet. What was our formula, class? 2 times length plus 2 times width. So perimeter, so 2 times, what's your length, class? 4. 2 times what's your width, class? 3. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 3 is 6. Then you just add them together. Don't forget that little addition symbol there. 8 plus 6 is 14 feet. That's pretty easy stuff. Be sure to check your work. I want to make sure that you understand area and perimeter, and that is where we will stop for the year. So you guys can put your good old arithmetic 4 away. Don't forget to go on your lesson plan tomorrow and do what it says, even though it's not an official lesson. I have enjoyed teaching you guys math, and I hope that you have learned a lot. Bye-bye.